Hi everyone, how are you? It's Dr. Splickle, functional podiatrist, human movement specialist, founder of EBFA Global, and CEO founder of Naboso. Today we are going to be speaking about eye movement exercises and how doing eye movement exercises can actually improve your balance. So I love to do eye movement exercises as a way to challenge balance, but also strengthen balance for those athletes. Everyone needs to benefit from balance, but also those with neuropathy and maybe some chronic neurological conditions. So when you are looking to do eye movement exercises, why they are so effective to improving balance is because they stimulate a part of your brain called the basal ganglia. Now your basal ganglia is in your limbic system, so deep in the middle of your brain is where you find your basal ganglia, and it controls both small motor movements, eye muscles, and large motor movements, think walking. So by doing and incorporating eye movement exercises, there's some great research supporting the benefits on balance. So I'm going to take you through some of my favorite eye movement exercises. The way that I look at eye movement exercises and all balance exercises is I want the nervous system to win. So I am giving the nervous system as much as it can to optimize its function. Therefore, I'm going to be barefoot and I'm standing on the Naboso standing mat. So I'm bringing in powerful sensory stimulation to my feet. I'm also stimulating my hand. So I have the Naboso Neuro Ball in one hand, and then some of the exercises require you to use a pen. So I have a pen in my other hand. But if you had two Neuro Balls, you could hold them in your hands, or if you don't have a ball, you can just make a fist, or you can open your hand nice and wide, and that incorporates tension. Now, when you do the balance exercises and eye movements, you could be in a full single leg stance and you're hanging here. You could be in a tandem stance if you would like. You could do something like a single leg squat and be balancing here. But I want you to be on something that is sensory enhancing. I don't want you on an unstable surface. So no wobble boards, no Bosus, no Dynadiscs for this, please. We're going to be barefoot, hard surface, or Naboso mat to bring in sensory stimulation. Now your first eye movement exercise is going to involve turning your head with your eyes. So I know you might be familiar with this exercise, but so turning head with your eyes is going to stimulate both the visual and the vestibular. But we're going to spice it up a little bit. So what you're going to do is every time you turn your head, I want you to spot something. And then you're going to turn to the center spot. Turn left spot, center spot, right? You also see I'm turning my head quickly. So quick, 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 quick. Okay? I also want you to incorporate your breath. So every time you turn your head, shh, 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 right? I'm exhaling. I'm connecting to my feet. I'm engaging my core. I'm using what's called tension. So assume your position. Hands are stimulated. Feet are stimulated. And then here we go. Shh. Ooh. Shh. Shh. Make a fist around the ball or the pen. Shh. Woo. Shh. Perfect. Great. Eye movement with head. Second eye movement exercise is going to be eye tracking. So for this, you're going to use a pen. Now, there's a couple ways you could do it. The pen could stay stable, and then you turn your head and keep your eyes on the pen. Or your head stays where it is and the pen moves and you track it with your eyes. Okay, you could do both ways. You could do just one way. You can move the pen side to side, or you can move the pen in a infinity. This is great because it's crossing the midline and getting some of that transverse motion. Or you can go up, down, you can go in corners. It's your choice, really. The point is that you're tracking. Okay, now when you track, there's a range. So I can either go really, really far out, or I could keep it close. And I'm just doing kind of this window range of motion. And then there's a pace. So how quickly am I moving the pen? These are what I want you to decide when you incorporate this exercise. So I'm set up, I'm on my left leg now. I've got the Neuro Ball I'm squeezing tight. And then I'm gonna move the pen and just follow it with my eyes. I'm keeping my core engaged, right? Keeping my feet engaged. Perfect, great, okay? So that's going to be your second exercise, eye tracking. Spice it up the way that you would like. Your third is going to be called a Sakad. So for this, you're doing your balance exercise again, but what your eyes are doing is they're looking to the left and then quickly looking over to the right. Your head cannot move. So quickly to the left, look to the right, look to the left, look to the right. And when you do this, you want to spot something every direction you go. So spot to the left, spot to the right. My apologies. So you're spotting to the right, spotting to the left, okay? So I'm gonna do a balance exercise again. Here we go. To the right, to the left. Woohoo! To the right, to the left. Oh my goodness. To the right, to the left. Okay? Now the way that you want to think about it is kind of like a metronome. So pulse, 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 pulse. Try to keep that tempo if you can. And you are spotting every time you turn your head. Okay? Now, Sakads are actually some of the eye movement exercises that have the highest effect, the highest benefit. So we really like to incorporate these. Everyone responds to eye movement exercises a little bit differently. So if doing Sakads for someone kind of makes them nauseous and dizzy, don't worry, we have some other exercises. Your fourth and final eye movement exercise I'm going to take you through is going to be peripheral vision training. So it is still your eye movements or your eye muscles, but in a slightly different way. So what I want you to do is you're going to assume a balanced position, and then you're going to look into the distance, think like 100 yards away. And you're gonna stare at something 100 yards away. Keep staring at that. And then while you're doing that, so I'm gonna go on my right leg and do it, and you're staring at something far, far, far away. And then I want you to start noticing things in your peripheral vision. Okay, so as I'm standing here, I'm staring, I see flowers over to my left, I see my laptop to my right, I see the door, I see my water bottle, right? So I'm trying to pay attention and tune into things that are in the peripheral vision. Why that's really important for people who have balance issues is that we kind of start to narrow our vision. We start to lose some of that powerful peripheral input. So again, some of the top 4 eye movement exercises you can incorporate is head and eye turn, eye tracking, Sakads, and this peripheral vision training. As you set it up, small doses. You don't have to do all 4 of these for 10 minutes. We don't want to do that. We do small doses. We bring as much sensory information in as we can while doing those exercises. I got my hands stimulated. I got my feet stimulated. Maybe I'm making tension with my body, engaging my core, engaging my feet. Stimulate the nervous system. You always want the nervous system to win. Do this every day. Just think a couple minutes every day has a profound effect. Next week, I'm going to be speaking about sensory stacking. So how we can be bringing in auditory, visual, tactile, proprioceptive, all during our experiences and what that does to your nervous system. Until then, remember, stay barefoot strong.